Barbell curl. Barbell curls are a strength training exercise for the bicep muscle using a barbell. To execute these, you grab the barbell with the shoulder length distance between your hands. Then, you curl the barbell to your chest with your elbows at your sides. Remember to keep your back straight. One big mistake people make when doing this exercise is swinging their body. Keep your body still when doing this exercise. Bench press. The bench press is a strength exercise for the chest muscles using a bench press and barbell. First, you lay on the bench and make sure your hands are shoulder distance apart. Then, you lower the bar to your chest and push it up. A tip to effectively performing the bench press is not to round the small of your back when pressing up. Rounding of the lower back is an indicator that the weight is too heavy. Calf raises. This is a strength training exercise for the calf muscles. Normally, this is done standing on one leg or a raised ledge with a dumbbell in one hand. Drop your heel toward the ground and raise up on the ball of your foot, squeezing your calf muscle. When you're doing these standing calf raises, it is best to have the dumbbell in the hand the same side of the standing leg for stabilization. Decline bench press. Decline bench press strengthens the lower chest muscles and is performed on a bench that has a downward slope. It is performed like the regular bench press, but the feet are secure under ankle pads. A tip to effectively use a decline press is to make sure to push and pull the barbell straight up and down and slowly. This exercise is a risky one, so it's best to keep the movement slow and controlled. Dumbbell flies. Dumbbell flies are a strengthening exercise for the chest muscles and is performed on a flat bench and with dumbbells. This exercise uses a semicircle motion to work the outer and inner chest muscles. Beginning weightlifters tend to do this exercise fast with momentum. A tip for this exercise is to do this exercise slowly in order to focus on the contraction of the muscle. Dumbbell press. Dumbbell press is a strengthening exercise for the chest muscles and it's performed on a flat bench and with dumbbells. Using free weights, such as dumbbells, will work the stabilizer muscles in the chest more than the standard bench press. To get the most out of this exercise, make sure the dumbbells don't touch when you press them upward. Leave a 2 to 3 inch gap between the plates. Dumbbell shrugs. Dumbbell shrugs help strengthen the trapezius muscles by isolating them. Using dumbbells and holding them at your sides, pull them up using your traps in circular motion. The circular motion helps with strengthening the front and back trapezius areas. To properly work your trapezius muscles, you should focus moving the weight with your traps and not the biceps. Front dumbbell raises. Front dumbbell raises are strength training exercise for the shoulder muscles using dumbbells. To do this exercise, pull the weight forward and in front of your body while keeping the arms straight. To do these properly, only move at the shoulders while keeping the rest of the body still. Using body momentum and bending at the elbows will negate the purpose of the exercise. Incline bench press. Incline bench press strengthens the upper chest muscles, and it's performed on a bench that has an upward slope of 35 to 45 degrees. A tip to execute this exercise is to breathe properly. For example, you should inhale when you bring bar down and exhale as you push it up. Incline chest fly. This is an exercise for the upper chest muscles, and it's performed on an incline bench with dumbbells. The semicircle motion used in this exercise helps work the inner and outer muscles. To get the most out of this exercise, you should use as much range of motion as possible and execute the reps slowly to contract the muscles. The slow motion also keeps the chest muscle engaged. Elliptical. Elliptical is a cardiovascular exercise that imitates the walking or running motion, and it's performed on a stationary elliptical machine. A key to getting the most out of an elliptical machine is to display proper form with core muscles tight and shoulders back. Exercise bike. The exercise bike is a stationary machine geared towards cardiovascular fitness. There are two types of exercise bikes, upright and recumbent. A tip to using an exercise bike properly is not to pedal with your toes to avoid cramping. Instead, push on the pedals with the balls of your feet. Incline dumbbell press. Incline dumbbell press is a strengthening exercise for the upper chest muscles, and it's performed on an incline bench and with dumbbells. Since dumbbells are used in this exercise instead of a barbell, it helps isolate the smaller chest and shoulder muscles. A tip to perform this exercise is not to lock your elbows at the top to avoid strain. Also, locking the elbows disengages the chest muscles. Incline reverse flies. This is a strength training exercise that isolates the shoulder muscles using dumbbells and an incline bench. The bench is set to about 35 to 45 degrees, and the front of the body is pressed against the bench. Hold the dumbbells to your sides, raise them up as high as you can comfortably. Always keep the shoulder muscles contracted at the bottom of the movement and do not let the weights hang. Letting the weights hang disengages the shoulder muscles and puts tension on the shoulder joint. Jump rope. Jump roping is a cardiovascular exercise performed with a jump rope, and it's a great way to build fitness from a beginner level. The key to effectively jumping rope is to relax and keep a rhythm you can maintain for more than 5 minutes. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks is a calisthenic exercise that people commonly use as a warm-up. Jumping jack starts off in a standing position with feet together and arms to the side. Then, jump while separating legs and raising arms overhead, and jump back to starting position. In order to get the benefit of jumping jacks, make sure your arms are fully extended at the tops and not bent at angles. You do not get the full range of motion when you bend your arms. Knee push-up. Knee push-ups is a modified version of a regular push-up in order to decrease resistance and keep strain off of the shoulder, elbow, and wrist joints. Some tips for this exercise is to keep your back straight and hands 36 inches apart. This is to prevent strain in back and to engage the proper muscles. Leg curls. Leg curls help strengthen the hamstring muscles, and it requires a leg curl pulley machine. First step is to place backs of feet under the ankle pads and lay on bench face down. Then, use the hamstring muscles to pull the weight up. To effectively use this exercise, do not use momentum to lift the weights, and always bring the weight down slowly. Momentum defeats the purpose of isolation training. Leg extensions. Leg extensions are a strength and isolation exercise for the quadriceps muscles using a leg extension pulley machine. After the front of the feet are placed under the ankle pads, slowly extend your legs out. To add intensity to this exercise, flex your quadriceps at the top of the movement. The extra contraction helps strengthen the muscle. Leg press. This is a compound strength training exercise for these muscles: quadriceps, calves, hamstrings, and gluteus maximus. The form and movement imitates a squat, but the back rest helps keep any tension off of the back. When doing this exercise, you should always push with your heels and do not lock your knees at the top of movement. Pushing with the toes engages different muscles, while locking your knees makes the joints prone to injury. Lunges. To properly complete a lunge, step forward with one leg while bringing the other knee toward the ground. Do not let it touch before beginning to step back up. Repeat the motion with the opposite leg as if you were walking normally. When you perform lunges, you should make sure both legs are at 90-degree angles at the bottom of the movement. Lunges can be performed with weights or without. Military press. Military press is a free weight exercise geared to strengthen the shoulder muscles. From a seated position, complete the shoulder press by lowering the barbell to shoulder level and push upward without arching your back. You should practice hand placement on bar by not going too wide or narrow so you won't strain any joints. Push-ups. Push-ups are a strength-building exercise for chest muscles using body weight. Hands are a little wider than shoulder width. After setting the proper form, lower your weight to the ground and push back up. A tip to do push-ups properly is to keep your back straight. Your butt should not be up in the air or sagging. Walking is an exercise for cardiovascular health, and it's considered to be low impact versus running. To get a better workout and increase body toning, try walking uphill and on rough terrain. Also, walking sideways burns more calories than walking forward. Back flies. This is a strength exercise for the latissimus dorsi and shoulder muscles by using a bench and dumbbells. First, you position yourself with your chest on a bench and holding the dumbbells at your side. Using your shoulders, raise your arms out to your sides with arms parallel to the floor. Always do slow motions with this exercise to keep the back muscles engaged. Biking. Biking is a cardiovascular exercise performed on any type of bicycle such as a mountain, hybrid, or road bike. One tip to help you get the most out of biking is to make sure your seat is at hip level. Adjusting your seat will give your legs full range of motion. Chin-ups. Chin-ups are an exercise that strengthen the latissimus dorsi and bicep muscles. Unlike pull-ups, you have your palms face your chest. Then you would pull your body up to the bar. To properly complete this exercise, bring your chin over the bar and hold it for about 1 second. Also, remember to lower your body slowly to avoid injury. Close grip bench. This is a free weight exercise aimed to strengthen the triceps muscle. First, you lie on a bench and grab a barbell, shoulder width apart. Then, you lower the barbell just below your chest, keeping your elbows close to your body, and push the bar just as you would when performing the standard bench press. It is important not to let the elbows flare out because keeping the elbows in engages the triceps muscle. Close grip lat pull-downs. Close grip lat pull-downs is a strength training exercise done on a pull-down machine that works the latissimus dorsi, biceps, and shoulder muscles. First, sit on the pull-down machine with the grip at shoulder distance. Pull the bar down toward your chest and bring it back to starting position. Don't let the bar swing back to your starting position too quickly. Instead, keep the bar in control by bringing it back slowly. Crunches. Crunches are an abdominal exercise like sit-ups, but you only lift the upper back off of the ground instead of the whole back. Crunches are designed to strengthen, stabilize, and tone the core muscles. To keep the focus on the abdominal muscles, make sure not to pull your neck with your hands. Pulling at your neck rounds your upper back and disengages the core. Deadlift. A deadlift is a weight training exercise for the back muscles, and it involves lifting a loaded barbell. First, you get into a squat position with your back straight and looking ahead. Then, you lift the bar by standing up with your hips and shoulders, maintaining a straight back. When doing deadlifts, don't overdo it and be mindful of your form, because incorrect form can lead to back injuries. Dips. Dips are an exercise usually performed on the parallel bars. You start with your arms fully extended, then you lower your weight until your arms are 90 degrees and push your body weight up. Remember to keep your body at a 90-degree angle to the floor to work out your triceps. Leaning forward a little will introduce your chest muscles into the exercise. Leg raises. Leg raises are a strength exercise geared towards the lower abdominal and hip flexor muscles. You have two options while performing leg raises: bent knees and straight legs. The motion is the same as you bend at the waist and lift your knees or feet toward the ceiling, engaging your core throughout the exercise. To make this exercise harder, you can put a dumbbell between your feet. Lower back raises. Lower back raises exercise the lower back muscles, and this exercise is performed on a hyperextension bench. To perform these, cross your arms across your chest and bend at the waist. Slowly raise your back to starting position. To avoid injury, don't arch your back at the top of the movement. Keep your back in a straight line at the top. Oblique crunches. Oblique crunches are similar to regular crunches, but this exercise focuses on the external oblique muscle. To perform these, you lay on your side with knees stacked on top of each other. Then, you lift your upper back off of the ground. You can crunch as high as you can and hold the position a little longer before lowering your back to the ground. Oblique sit-ups. An oblique sit-up is just like a regular sit-up, where you lift the whole back off of the ground, but the difference is you rotate your core to touch your elbow to your opposite knee. Your focus should be on the twist when you come up, so you focus on the oblique muscle. Overhead triceps extension. Overhead triceps extensions are a strength training exercise for the triceps that is performed with a dumbbell or a barbell. First, you start by lifting the weight over your head. You then lower the weight behind your head, fully stretching your triceps, and extend your arms toward the ceiling back to your starting position. It is important to keep your upper arm still while the elbow joint moves to properly engage the triceps. Preacher curl. Preacher curls are an exercise for the biceps by using a barbell and a preacher bench. Sit on the preacher bench with your triceps on the pad. Raise the bar to a vertical position, then lower the bar back to the starting position. Try not to allow your biceps to rest by pausing at the top. Concentrate on squeezing your biceps at the top of the motion instead. Pull-ups. Pull-ups is a strength training exercise for the latissimus dorsi and biceps muscles. Grab the bar with your palms facing away from your body and shoulder distance between the hands. Pull your weight until your chin reaches bar level. Don't let your body hang at starting position because this puts all of the tension on your tendons and ligaments. Plus, it disengages the muscles and allows them to rest. Seated row. Seated row strengthens the back muscles, and it's performed on a cable seated row machine. While on the seated row machine, you pull the cable toward your body with your back muscles until the attachment is at your waist. Avoid swinging and using momentum to pull the weight. Let your back muscles do the work. Single arm curl. Single arm curls are a bicep strengthening exercise using dumbbells. You first start with dumbbells in your hands and arms at your side. You curl one dumbbell up to your chest, lower it back to your starting position. Remember to alternate arms. One thing to keep in mind when doing this exercise is to keep your back straight and never swing your arms.
अगर ये वीडियो आपको अच्छी लगे तो सब्सक्राइब के बटन को जरूर दबाएं।
Sit-ups. This is a common abdominal strength training exercise. You lay on your back, legs bent, feet flat on the ground, and arms across your chest. Then, you lift your whole back off the ground. For back safety, you should keep your core engaged when you lower yourself. This also keeps the focus on your core muscles. Triceps kickback. Triceps kickbacks are a strength exercise for the triceps muscles using a dumbbell and flat bench. With the dumbbell in one hand, bend over the bench so one knee is on the bench with your back flat. Then, you straighten your arm to the parallel position and bring it back to starting position. In order to keep your back straight throughout this exercise, make sure to look forward and keep your head up. Wide grip pull down. The wide grip pull down exercise helps strengthen the latissimus dorsi muscle as well as biceps. This is performed like the close grip pull down, but the grip on this exercise is wider than shoulder distance. Don't lean back when pulling down the weight because this immediately takes the focus off of the back muscles.